Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line. So your right palm on your left, and gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, we'll take few minutes to understand ourselves, how this practice can help for us to cultivate our inner awareness. That understanding is very necessary. Only practice doesn't work sometimes, and only understanding doesn't work. So you have to develop the ability, bring this both together. What you understand, you put it to practice. And at the same time, while you practice and after you practice, and whatever you recognize through the practice, and you have to compare with the conventional knowledge that exists as Dharma. And that is why the community of Sangha is very important. So this is not a journey that we go just by ourselves. So that's why we come together and have this kind of sessions. Because it is a kind of like a way you gain something, and at the same time deeply when you're listening, it's kind of like you share something. And it helps for you deeply accurate your practice, correct yourself. Because if you don't have this knowledge, just by practicing yourself, not enough for you to gain the clear wisdom. So this kind of like a brush up ourselves. So that's why listening and at the same time practicing this both very important. So that's why every day we bring some kind of informations. So because you need that knowledge, basic knowledge. And when it comes to life, otherwise that you go with that your own desires, the emotions or the ideas or the self-centered view, even that your spiritual life can overtake by your own self-centered view. And that's why you come to tell, oh, I practice my own meditation. So just imagine, break down it. Your own meditation. So why you have to practice your own meditation? Because you are itself, your mind. So then you don't need to practice your own meditation because you live yourself. So then when it comes to practice, that means you have to get into the technique. So why we need the technique? Because the technique allows us to get out of our own habitual pattern and develop something inside us. What is the benefit that you gain when you have that kind of development and the wisdom and the knowledge that you gather like this listening? So I will give a simile. It's kind of like this. When you are hungry, when you, in your childhood, when you're hungry, you cry for that, you ask for that. And sometimes a lot of children are stealing and eating. And sometimes they become so violent to eat. And sometimes whatever they want, and they fight for that and they go for it, and it doesn't matter that the parents like or not, and whatever they want to eat. They keep asking. So we also used to be like that. But just imagine, by the time when you become matured, you learn to cook. There may be same kind of food. You start to make it by yourself. Just maybe it is a sandwich or the hamburger or pizza or whatever you may name. So once you start to learn to cook it, by the time what's happened, there is a deeper transformation happen inside you. Now you know how to make it. Now you know what are the ingredients. Now you know how it become like that. That wisdom slowly take you out of that cravingness, the desire to so hurry to eat. So as you know, our mothers, fathers, sometimes, and when they cook, they mostly not hurry to eat, and they start to serve it to others. And mostly parents eat, in that at last. And they feed for others. That craving, they know how to food, and maybe they're hungry. But they have no hurry. Even though they're hungry, they have ability to hold it. So sometimes if you don't know how to cook, even you go for a party, you go to a hotel, you go out for it, and sometimes you so hurry to eat because you don't know how to make it. You don't have the wisdom inside you, how it become like that. So when it comes to our life also, with our mind also, this cravingness, desire, so hurry to make it happen, and come out of unknowing the nature of life. So the practicing meditation giving you certain kind of understanding regarding the behavior of your own mind, regarding the behavior, the very nature of your life. When you become matured with that understanding, what happens deeply, that you slowly get out of the self-centered desire, the cravingness. So once you have it, even though you have many, that you have needs, but still you become more calm, relaxed, and you go with the flow, and you go according to necessary course and conditions, and you depend on the environment, and that make you more comfortable person, not only for you, and it make other people also comfortable. So that is one thing that we gain out of practicing this dharma, because it's not going to just come to our head by mistake. So especially with our thoughts. And when it comes to life, there are two major happiness streams. We all look for happiness and satisfaction. There is a happiness, the pleasure we look for through stimulating our body and our mind, stimulating. So that is the pleasure. And it has a history. In a very conventional life, that all this sensation through the consumer product and through this all the material things, through our environment, it always stimulates us and it brings us a happiness. And through the entire human history, from civilizations to civilizations, and people used to develop that happiness, that pleasure. And it called hunter-gatherer happiness. Because grasping, holding, clinging, accumulating, the collecting around us, we become happy. It gives the stimulation. And with the people, that is what happens. And all the sensual pleasures, what it does to you, it stimulates you. If your body become numb, paralyzed, no sensation, you can't go for that happiness. You can't understand it. So till we die, we go with that happiness. And that is the very conventional level of happiness we experience and we look for. And even through the meditation, some people like to gain that stimulation and the happiness, the pleasure. That's why some people through the meditation, they start to get into a kind of like a level to feel high. And it's stimulating some feelings. And another happiness. So that happiness settle down. Once your body able to settle down, even with the posture, once you harmonize with the, synchronize with the, harness with the gravity, you feel some kind of comfort, which we call balance. And mentally also, when everything settled down, and that allows you to become more calm, relaxed, and comfortable. And that is another way of happiness. And you have to cultivate it. Because we not used to allow to settle down. We used to stimulate. From childhood to now. And even through the memory, mesmerizing our mind, through the dreaming, desires, gaining pleasure, we look for that stimulation. And because of that, we don't know how to settle down. So that's why we need some kind of practice for that. That's why it's a happiness you gain through cultivation. But that doesn't mean you reject that other kind of happiness, the other side of the happiness. So this hunter-gatherer happiness is a very common. There is nothing special. There is nothing new. Eons by eons, you used to experience through this way. And the thing is, once you gain that happiness for that moment, for that sensation, for that moment of high that you feel, you feel happy, and then what happened, there is a deeper cravingness develop in you to gain it again and again, then you have to go for that. It's nothing wrong, because that's the very nature. Just only thing is you have to understand. It's kind of like you understand how to cook. Because once you have that knowledge, you get out of the cravingness. Maybe you still, after that everybody enjoy and eating, and maybe sometimes you become happy even just eating leftover. That doesn't mean you not eat, you eat. But you slowly get out of that cravingness. So with the desire, with the happiness also the same. We deeper have a kind of like a cravingness to be happy. That happiness, if you look very carefully, you will see it is not just we trying to gain through settle down. We mostly try to get it through stimulating our feelings, emotions, our body, our mind, thoughts, so on like that. So settling down and allowing to settle down, cultivating inside you, this is the skill from ancient time people used to do. And another way we call it tranquility meditation. But the thing is, sometimes through the tranquility meditation, even once you tranquilize your mind, you start to again, you have deeper, because you have a habit to stimulate your mind, and deeper maybe that tranquility state also we use to stimulate, bring the highness, and kind of like mesmerize ourselves. So that is where the vipassana is very necessary. Rather than go towards that way, we use our tranquility state to deeply observe, recognize. And when it comes to that, you develop a different kind of mental attitude, mental skill. So that is the power of human mind. You already have it. It is you born with. Only thing is, we use it in a wrong way. So then remember yourself, when the mind settles down, rather than look for a place to enjoy it, go deeper and observe thoroughly the moment of experience. And when it comes to that, you will see that moment of experience, little by little, come to you as experience, because of underneath the change happens. And once you know that change happens, why this change happens? Because that experience comes as a result of necessary cause and conditions in that moment. So once you recognize that, it will help you to get out of the self-centered mind, or the idea of I experience this. This is me. So we use the consciousness to see the experience. And that is where deeply you gain a very genuine happiness rather than hunter-gatherer happiness. That genuine happiness is come out of seeing the reality. So then remember, on the surface level, we can be happy, of course, gathering, gaining, collecting things, achieving to things, we can happy. But here, there's different way of happiness you can gain. Rather than becoming very limited to that hunter-gatherer happiness, if you're able to go towards that collective awareness, and you gain a very genuine way of happiness, not depending from something. So just at least know yourself for now. Maybe you're not going to experience it today, but at least know that there is something deeper in you. Why you need to know this? Because in the very surface level even, when you caught up in this hunter-gatherer happiness, you start to take this life very wrong. That is the misery happening around the world, within ourselves. We take this life very wrong. Why? Because we think when it comes to self-centered mind, oh, I do this all. I need this. And then we start to go towards that. And that is where anger, hatred, jealousy, that everything come to our backpack. And we carry it and we go with it. And wherever we go, we start to share it with others. And not only that, the most miserable thing, we start to hate ourselves. We are most of people hate themselves. They're not happy inside themselves. Another thing is, not only that, even the life, even the physical body, most of people are unhappy about their own body. They don't like. How it is possible? From where it comes? Because they don't know the very nature of life. Why? Because we look the happiness in the wrong way. And we take the life in a very wrong way. And what is the nature of today's life? Mostly. And we want, with the social medias, we want to show to the world we are so perfect, but still we are not happy inside. We hate ourselves, but still we like to show we are perfect. And we want to live so fast. We want everything fast, instant. So we go with the Instagram, we instant. We have no moment to wait now. It's like, the clock go, the 1 second to another second is the very old fashioned clock, tick tock, tick tock. So that's this TikTok, people are addicted to that. It's the 1 second feeling, stimulate. And when they go with that, they want so fast everything. And they now addicted to experience the life so fast. And then they want to die soon. Most of people say, oh, I don't want to get old. I don't want to, become very old and suffering, and then I want to die very soon. I want to die when I am young. What's the foolish idea, because they don't know what is the meaning of life. When you get old, that is where you experience the beauty of life, with the old experience, all the up and downs that you went through. And with our grandparents, with our high priest, we had a very good time. With our parents, we had a very good time because we had so much experience about the life. And we felt so safe with them. And we learned so much things from them. But today, most of people don't want to get old. Why? How they become like that? Because they caught up on this wrong idea of happiness. See where we go. Even we don't know the value of this human life. Your best time going to be when you get old. Not when you are young. When you are young, you do a lot of wrong things. You do a lot of mistakes, and you have to correct yourself so much. And the best time come when you get old. You don't need to do so much things, and time come for you to be slow, and you will experience everything in the slow motion. And that is where you see the details. And that is where your wisdom going to be complete. But when you hate yourself, when you hate your body, when you hate your mind, when you hate yourself, of course, you get tired by the time, very soon. And when you want to experience so fast, you don't see the beauty. You can't see the details. And that is where you miss the opportunity being in this human world. Just to have a life, you don't need this much facilities. You don't need this much things to have a life. Just look, the cockroach, they are very older than us, and sometimes they survive even in a very difficult situations better than us. And some kind of turtles, very old, they live very old. So they to have a life, they don't need that much. No, but when it comes to wisdom, when it comes to compassion, when it comes to understanding, they can't develop that. Only the human mind can develop it. That is where the world so far came this journey. So then you have to remember yourself. The life itself that you have, so valuable, precious. And you are so lucky to have this. It is a bliss. And learn to appreciate it. And then at the same time, remember, on the surface level, you start to find the happiness around you. With this all the pleasure. But deeper, with the understanding, there is a different happiness that you can gain. And when you have opportunity, little by little, just try it. Just try to experience it. How you can do it? In the beginning, allow yourself to settle down. Allow your body to settle down. Allow your mind to settle down. It's very simple yourself. You can just give a moment, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And if you have so much time, just go for 30 minutes or 45 minutes. That's the best time. And if you can go for morning 45 minutes, evening 45 minutes, deeply you start to gain something and you find something. But it takes time. But by the time, if you're willing to live an old life, that doesn't mean you have a desire to be immortal. No, just, when the death comes, it will come. And no one can stop it. You have many birthdays, but you have, only one death. So let it be. Whenever come, it come. But while you're having the life, remember to get the best out of it. So for that, learn to go deeper with this, the collective happiness, the genuine happiness. It is there. It is all over your body. And when it happens, It doesn't stimulate you. It makes you more calm, relaxed. It makes you more harmonize with the nature. And that is where you find the deeper connection. And once you have it, the mind becomes more sharp and clear to recognize the moment. And that recognition will take you to the next level of recognition or the understanding with the vipassana level. And that is where you come to see how things come to be as they are. When you have that wisdom, it is your turn to decide which direction you want to go. You will have that power. You will have that wisdom. You will have that strength when you come to that point. So, this practice, dedicate yourself to little bit settle down. And from there, slowly, deeply develop the recognition. So with that, bring attention to your body, your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and scan head to toes yourself. Say Swapatveva or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Knowingly recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalations as exhalations. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Tavata chammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhammanudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadhi Maranam Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vaham Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.